Hi there. I'm just sitting here on the dock of the bay, you know, waiting to show you some videos and what happens behind the scenes. And we'll be talking to some of the guys in the band. And let's see, finding out how the videos are made and, you know, whatever else you want to know. So here's a video that started it all. It's a song that I wrote when I was 13 years old, Only in My Dreams. The first time that I heard Only in My Dreams on the radio, I was coming home from Manhattan I was in the car with my mom, my dad, and my sister, and all of a sudden we heard doom, 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 shh, doom, doom, and we were listening, going, is this it, is this it, you know? And my dad started like driving to the beat, and he almost drove off the road, and that was that, but it was a big thrill, I have to tell you. I like to be involved in all the aspects of my career, you know, from writing to producing to, you know, checking up on promotion, everything, because, you know, it's my career, and, you know, this is long term for me. This is not like a thing that I said, okay, let's try to like make money or be famous, or, you know, it's nothing like that. I mean, it's definitely what I'll be doing for my whole life, and I want to make sure I do it right. I write songs constantly. I mean, before I go to sleep, you know, when I'm on airplanes and whatever, and these are kind of some of my songs. So I guess the most important tool you need when you're a songwriter is notebooks. And, you know, I guess my advice to people who write songs would be, first and foremost, try to be organized. See, I'm really disorganized, and I've lost songs. I mean, they're floating around this house somewhere. And, I mean, what would have happened if I would have lost Only in My Dreams or Out of the Blue, you know? So, you know, once you do write songs, I would really recommend getting some kind of studio set up, because, you know, I think you should learn how to, you know, produce on your own and stuff like that, because no one knows a song better than the songwriter. And once you do that, you know, I would send demo tapes around to people, around to production companies and, you know, record companies, and because you never know. I think if you bang on enough doors, one's bound to open. My favorite artist has always been Billy Joel. You know, I started listening to him when I was about 8 years old. And when I was 9, I saw his 52nd Street tour. I saw his concerts. I was sitting in the sky seats, you know, and but I always remember it. And I always remember the feeling that, you know, you got from the lights and the blasting music, and you know, so he's really been my favorite. And another one of my favorites is George Michael. Wait. George Michael. And I mean, I think he's you know, one of the most talented producers around today. I really like him as a producer, and of course as a vocalist and songwriter, you know, a whole bit. The next video is Shake Your Love, and things were really shaking when we filmed this, because it was the day after the big California earthquake. And this is a video that's directed by Jay Brown, and it was choreographed by Paula Abdul, who's done a lot of work with Janet Jackson. And let's see, it's got a 50s theme, and I love everything about the 50s. When I learn how to drive, I'm going to get a 50s car. I've got to learn that, you know? Anyway, here's Shake Your Love.
Shake your love, shake your love, shake your love, shake your love. I saw you on Hollywood Square singing Shake Your Love.
I think that making videos has become as common and as important as making records. You know, it's funny, I think that, like, rock and roll audiences have gotten younger, because I have fans that are, let's say, 4 years old, and, you know, I mean, I didn't really know who artists were until I was, you know, 8 or whatever, and, you know, I think that visually it just gets the message across even more, you know, the message of the music across even more. And I love making videos, you know, because I could, like, kind of ham it up in front of the camera, you know, and show a side of me that you may not see in the music.
Hi, can I have your autograph?
Sure. What's your name?
Ariel.
Ariel. It's really important for me to take time out for fans to sign autographs or whatever. I feel very in touch with that, because I'm such a big fan of so many artists myself, and, you know, I ask for autographs too from people. And, you know, sometimes I'll have, you know, whoever with me, like, you know, I'll be going to a radio station, and then maybe kids waiting outside, and they'll say, come on, we gotta go. And I say, no, give me 10 minutes, you know, I wouldn't be doing this interview if it weren't for them. We put the band together about a year ago to go on the road, and these are all guys from Long Island, and I've been working with them for a while, and they're all talented musicians. Well, you know, let me let them speak for themselves. Would you like to meet them? Thought you would.
We have a nice mesh in the band, because we're all friends, kind of. It's like a family thing. It's really nice.
I met Debbie, God, for the first time last September. A friend of mine, Tommy, who also plays guitar in the band, We used to play together quite a while ago, and that's how I got in with Debbie.
Debbie hasn't had a chance to get, her life ruined by all the ravages of show business, so she's still pretty much the way she always was.
It's a good time. There's a lot of screaming fans and stuff. People bring like all stuffed animals. It's funny because like I sit like all the way in the back of the band, and I could really see everything that's going on. And you see like all little kids holding up all these little stuffed animals and stuff. So it's like, it's really a trip. It's fun. It's a good time.
When in high school, I went to an agency on a commercial call and saw Deborah's picture on the wall. And just started talking, small talk, because her song had first came out, Only My Dreams, and he told me to call her because she needed dancers. So I gave her a call, and the rest was history.
This next record you're going to hear is a record that I produced with Fred Czar, and it's the title track of the album. And let's see, you'll see two of my family members in there. My cousin Monica and my sister Denise violently hit me with feathered pillows. And you'll also see all the guys in the band. There's Lou and Tommy and Greg and Adam and Kirk and everyone. So here is Out of the Blue. After I finish a song, like in my studio or something, I'll always picture the video, like immediately in my head, because, I mean, it's kind of natural. I mean, Out of the Blue, it would be like a fun kind of upbeat video, foolish beat, I don't know, you could just picture like the pier, so a song has a mood, and I always think, of the visual things in my mind too. Well, my family's played a big role in what I do, and my sister Karen used to do the sound engineering for me when I was on the road, and my sister Michelle makes a lot of the outfits that I perform in, and my younger sister's wardrobe on the tour, and of course my parents, they travel with me, and they kind of have been the biggest support for me.
I think she was born dancing, born singing, I don't know. She was very little. She used to play the piano, listen to the radio, run upstairs, pick out the tune, Billy Don't Be a Hero. That was the first tune that she hammered into all of our heads over and over and over again. And from there, we just took notice. We noticed that she had a very keen sense. She would hear something on the radio and she'd be able to duplicate it with very little effort. By the time she was 5, we said, what the heck, we'll give her piano lessons, see if she could really learn, and she could. Although she had her piano teacher fooled. It took the piano teacher, I would say, 1.5 years to figure out that she was not reading the music, but just playing by ear, So once we got that squared away and she really was learning, she really picked up. But she would rock up her classical pieces. She's basically classically trained. But she would turn them into rock and roll, she'd jazz them up, she drove her teachers wild. She was fun. She was a lot of fun.
Although I had been working at music for many years, a lot of people really didn't know about it, even a lot of my friends and, of course my close friends did. But once this all started happening, I mean, a lot of people really thought that it happened out of the blue, and they didn't really realize that there was a lot of work involved and a lot of preparation. And, I've really made it a point to maintain a normal teenage life, a normal social life, get a good education, because that's really important. And, I think that if you do want to be in this business, you have to make it a point to stay kind of down to earth and in touch with reality, especially if you write songs, because that's what kind of gives you the ideas, to write things that people can relate to and write about down-to-earth kind of subjects. The next video is for a song that was the first ballad I released, and also the first record that I produced that you all heard, and it's Foolish Beat. And again, you're going to see family members. I know you're sick of seeing my family already, but that's okay. There's Grandpa in this one, and my little cousin Albert, and John Gallagher. He's not a family member, he's a model. He plays the lead male. And let's see, this concept was a concept that I, discussed with Nick Willing, and, I kind of wanted a sad storyline and everything. And I remember when we were filming it, there were a lot of fans watching, and it made it a lot of fun. So thanks, guys, for showing up there. Here's Foolish Beat. I'm still recovering from that video, crying and all. Sad story. Just kidding. one thing I'd like to do in the future is I'd like to write songs for other artists, and I'd love to do a duet with Billy Joel someday. And I'd like to get involved in films, you know, both in actually in all ends. I'd like to take a course in film production. I'd like to kind of be behind the camera and in front of the camera, not at the same time, of course. And let's see, I'd love to be involved in soundtrack work as well. And of course, I'd like to continue doing what I'm doing right now, which is, you know, writing, producing, and singing. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. And this is only the beginning, all right? I hope we can hang out again sometime. So I'm just going to say goodbye for now.
Goodbye!